this is group 6, and our presentation topic is about face negotiation series. And this is our group name is Purple, so we choose the purple images. And this is my roommate. My name is Justin, and this is Rakiba, and Ashley, and Jason and Williams. And we will present the information about this series in order. And our presentation is divided into the 5 parts: introductions and background, explanation of the series, little review, and examples in real life, and the class activities, and finally it's about the applications of the series. And now it's my part introduce and the background. I will first talk about the regions of a face negotiation series. And face negotiation series was first conceived by Stella Tim Tumis and Professor of Human Communications at the California State University in 1985. And the series was born because of Tim Tumis' frustrations with interpersonal conflict communication series that are popular in these times. And actually, the relationship is the base of everyone's lives, and we need to deal with that. And in our life, and between the relationships, the conflict is inevitable, and so teams describe that the difference in handling the conflict is a part of the making the face in the societies. So, what's the face? According to the dictionaries and literally, and face means that it's a part of the front face, front head between the forehead and the chins. And I think I can use one word that you comprehend this meanings by Mandarin. It's pronounced means. Yeah. And its definition. A face is the image of the individual self presented in the particular situation. It is identity defined by the interactions in a specific situation. Members of every culture negotiate with each other for the face they want. And however, different cultures define the concept of I, and in different face to different situations, we have a different I. And there are 4 different ways to dealing with the face. The first one is about the face assertions. First, that means we have high values, and people are in groups accept to be protect, and included. And the second is about face giving. It's encourage people support and satisfies people's that's be include, accept, and recognize. And the third is about face restoration. It requires freedom and space of self and voice in crashing on one's independence and autonomy with others. And finally is about the face saving. That means the showing respect for others' freedom, space, and a certain kind of isolation. So next, Rakiba will explain the detailed information about the face negotiation theory.
Hi everyone. So this is the time to explain the face negotiation theory in detail. I know this part is a little bit tricky, but I hope you will enjoy because I will try to interact you. So let's move on. And before starting the theory, I will let you know some basic ideas about the theory. So face negotiation theory helps to explain the cultural differences in response to conflict. So a basic assumption is that all people negotiate face. Look at all of you. You have a different expression at this moment, all of your face. So, for example, this one kind of expression. Oh, this another kind of expression. So it depends on you, and also that your face work refer to specific verbal and non-verbal messages, and which help to maintain and restore the face love. So, for example, our professor provided a homework for you, and he tied the deadline 6 hours, and we can't accept it. But at this moment, what could our face is like? Oh, what is this? But we will try to reassure our face, because whether the professor will be angry, oh, this student is bad, she doesn't obey me. So that time we can reassure our face. So it's one kind of, we can lose our face and we can reassure our face. So this is about the basic things about the face negation theory. So now let me introduce about the definition of the face negation theory. So this person is the discoverer of this theory. So face negation theory assumes that people in all cultures work to maintain face in all situations. So the different types of individual and cultural identities are described on their face. So your face will prove from which culture you came. And now it's the concept in face negation theory. So people have self-face that is only known by himself or herself. For example, we have the mirror. We can say, oh, I'm so beautiful. Yes, I know, I'm so cute. But who knows how the world knows about you, about your personality? So another face that is known to the world, also known as your personality. So there are two kinds of culture, the collectivist and the individualist. So this collectivism and individualism, these are just opposite of each other. So different cultures emphasize different faces. Here the collectivist people try to solve conflicts in a compromising and accommodating way. For example, the collectivist people, they always try to solve their problems with a stay together. On the other hand, according to Chai 2002, individualistic people try to solve conflicts in a competing and aggressive way. So they are always aggressive to own the match. For example, you and your friends make a game like, oh, let's have a dinner together. But this collectivist, if your friend come from a collectivist people, he will let you know that what's your choice. Then he will combine it. On the other hand, the individualistic people, he will say that I don't care what my friends think, but I care what I like. So I will go that place where I like. So I will improve my friends to go together with me according to my choice. And actually, culture defines what kind of personality is favorable. And now let me show you an example of face negation theory. Here I will show you a basic overall example, and later my friends will explain the specific example. So for the individualistic culture, people in Western countries are more individualistic, and they have different way to conflict in comparison to the people in Eastern countries. Because Western countries people are more individualistic. They don't care what people like. Where the Eastern people, they like the collectivist, what they care to stay together. And on the other hand, the collectivist culture, they try to avoid troubles and are very accommodating. So they'll stay together like this way, like this way. They'll stay always together like this. Oh, you forgot the scene. Where the individualistic people, they don't need anyone. They can just go straight. However, now let me make the differences between collectivism and individualism. So here the collectivism people, they always stay together, what I have already showed here. And the individual people, they always want to stay independent. They don't care anyone. Where the individual people, they think personally, their personal choice. And the collectivism people, they like the leader's choice. They like the group, the ownership, the leadership. Where they like the individualism people, they like the flexibility, relationships. Where the collectivism people, they have the hierarchical rules, the gender, family background, and also according to the age. So in the individualism culture, normally US, Australia, New Zealand, Canada is this kinds of country, including in the individualism culture, where the example of China, Korea, Japan, they all like together, so they are in the collectivism family. However, based on the two dimensions, so there are 5 types of conflicts. So these are first domination, compromising, avoiding, obliging, and integrating. So this domination and individualistic approach to make decisions by dominating or controlling. This type of person always try to dominate others. And where the comparative people, they always like to take and give. For example, your friend gives you one thing, and you will think, oh, this friend give me a gift. Okay, then I can return another thing. So this is the comparing things. On the other hand, avoiding, they always try to avoid any kinds of things like conflicts. And obliging, this kind of people approach to giving up anything. And for the integrating, this is the important thing for this part is an individualistic approach to work together to reach a solution. So here we have acting, and this is about this scenario I have created. How would you choose to appropriate restaurant to go with your significant person? For example, this person could be your professor, this person could be your girlfriend, boyfriend. So please come, my boys and girls. Avoiding. So this is my question, as you all know, right?
You can ask us.
Yeah. So how about the domination person?
So if I'm a domination person, I will say that I would like to take my partner to wherever place that I would like to go in my daily life. Yeah.
How about the comprising person?
I will use one sentence. If it depends her if she wants to have dinner with me, I can negotiate and figure out what we will eat. Yeah.
How about the avoiding person?
If I am avoiding person, I will say,
No.
yeah, right.
Okay, just ignore. How about the
So,
obliging person?
so if I'm a obliging person, I would be like, oh, I know everything about our plan, and I have a good restaurant we can recommend to you, and we can go there, and I plan everything well.
Okay, and now it's integrating, it's the leadership. Okay, let's go together. Thank you for your insightful comments, guys. And now let me critiques about the face negation theory. So the Western countries have an individualistic culture, I have already mentioned before, which is greatly observed and followed. Where the Eastern countries, this is the collectivism group of culture and which is honor of community. Here, this is a trick, like, do you think always the Western people are individualistic and the Eastern people always the collectivism? No, it depends. Because there are societies in these countries which follows another culture like individualistic culture or the collectivistic culture, vice versa. So actually, what's the collectivism and the individualistic is, it depends on you. It varies man to man. So it's about all the face negation theory explanation. Now welcome my partner to talk about the literature review.
Hello everyone. Ashley and I will introduce the literature review. And the face negotiation theory holds that face is an explanatory mechanism for different conflict management styles in cultural groups, and face represent the image in the context of a person's feeling of social interaction, and the conflict management styles refers to a general tendency of responses to inflect the social interaction. And the advantage of face negotiation theory is that it can provide a framework for organizing and explaining the conflict behaviors. And however, the underlying hypothesis is that the face is an explanatory mechanism because the conflict behaviors have not been tested before. And instead of measuring facial expressions, and the previous studies use the facial expression to explain the relationship between conflict behaviors and cultural variables. And there are many research research about facial, yes, and the paper published by Joy and Stader in 2003 mainly studied face in interpersonal conflict with the purpose of testing the hypothesis that face is an explanatory mechanism for the relationship between the culture and conflict management styles. And in this study, there are 768 participants from 4 countries, China, Germany, Japan, and the United States were served using quantitative methods. And they were asked to describe the interpersonal conflict based on their own life. And the main findings of this study are as follows. 1. People in all cultures try to keep and negotiate face in all communication situations. The concept of face is particularly problematic in vulnerable interpersonal situations when the communicator's situational identity is questioned. And 2. Cultural variability of individualism and collectivism influence two-phase maintenance dimensions, self-phase concept and other phase concept. And Chinese published in 1995, individualism, collectivism dimension of cultural variation influence members' choice of face-oriented behavior for themselves and face-oriented behavior for others. And cultural variability influence conflict styles with US members in using a higher degree of dominating conflict styles than their Japanese and German members, and Chinese members also using a higher degree of obliging and avoiding conflict management styles than their US members. And Hofstede published in 1991, the cultural variability dimension of power distance influence members' claims to power resources in different cultures. And individualism and collectivism influence members' choice of face based on autonomy and face based on recognition. And the size of power distance affected participants' preference for horizontal and vertical face interaction, individualism, collectivism, and power distance, and other personal identity relationship situation and significant conflict factors. Influence between the group and the use of various face behavior in interpersonal communication. And overall, face maintenance dimensions served as better predictors to conflict styles rather than conflict styles to face dimensions. And self-face maintenance was associated strongly with dominating conflict styles, and other face maintenance was associated strongly with avoiding, integrating, and compromising styles of conflicting management. Directions for future testing of the conflict phase negotiation theory were preferred. And next, welcome Jason too.
Okay. Thanks for introduction of my team members, and now I will introduce some examples in your real life, and then I will we will have an activity with you guys. So first, I have a question. There are two jobs which are almost same, and the first one you are paid maybe 50,000 yuan, and your colleague's salary is 25,000. And second one, your salary is like 100,000, and your colleagues might be 500,000. So I wonder anybody can tell me which job do you prefer? Gogo, which job you prefer to choose? The first one you are paid more than your colleagues, and second one you are paid less than your colleagues.
First one.
Okay, so we can see that people usually will choose the salary might be higher than their salary because their face are saved because they have higher salary. So I choose two examples in our real life, and it's recorded by a survey. So in the first example, this guy, he was refused to go to the party with his girlfriend's colleagues. So after this, he worried about he may embarrass his girlfriends because he may his refuse to his colleagues might be a kind of refuse to their face giving. So it will make his girlfriend feel losing her face. Also, he want to try save the face to his girlfriend, so he invite her colleagues to a dinner. This invitation is kind of face giving, and this action also is a face restoration as well. And in the second situation is that just like us, the college students, Gong has been admitted to the top-ranked university. And the background is that in his family, his father was bankrupted because of his business. So her mom felt just like embarrassing because his economic level is lower than others. So he cannot talk to others on equal foot. So Gong's entry into the top-ranked university helped his mom to achieve the face restoration because it brings his mom honor and the sense of achievement. Also, her father's goes bankrupt, make the family's economic lower, make her mother feel lose face. So these two examples are really common in our normal life, and then after listening to those knowledges and some concepts, I will show you two videos, and maybe you can watch the video and tell me how you analyze these behaviors with this theory. Sorry.
EPSON。
Yo, what's up, man? How you been? Oh, you know, cuz, keeping it straight. Alright, cool. Well, guess I'll check you later. Alright, dog. Raining with James Conn.
So after you watch this video, I think there are many things in this video have shown the face, and maybe you can you discuss that? Professor, would you like to take an example?
Ask them because we want them to learn it. Let's see if they get it.
Okay. So, Vinny, have you watched the video?
Yes.
Could you analyze these behaviors with this theory? Just mention a part of it that you okay.
But I have a question.
Yeah.
I can separate the different people in this. I think they are the same.
You can just call them with black, with blue hat or orange hat.
What?
They wear different hats. You can distinguish by that.
Sorry, I can't.
Okay. So in these videos, you can see different. Those two guys are competed with each other with their hats. They are trying to show each other that I'm the most fashionable, which is about the face. When they discuss and compete, the orange hat one is trying to save his face, and also this guy do it as well. And the next part, and next video is that.
当朋友来家里吃饭时，
我要这好，
我来领。
还得专家。
厉害呀！
牛啊，地位真高呀！
我来，
这怎么办？
你今天太棒了，这种满足感你真的想象不到什么。我老婆真的是太难了，有了手机以后，这些所有扫地的都对，只要想。
Okay, so Cecilia, I have seen you watch the video carefully. So can you analyze it with this theory?
I have a question first. And the girl is his girlfriend or wife?
I guess girlfriend.
Okay, so the man's girlfriend gives him face in front of his friends, and this man's face is being saved in front of his friends.
Okay. Here is my part, and next William will give you some applications.
So now I would like to tell about some application of the face negotiation theory. First is in the commerce area. If you know the Maslow's hierarchy of need, you will know that people's need are basically divided into two parts: the basic psychological need and the high level physiological need and the high level psychological need. And because nowadays people's basic needs are fulfilled, so they are trying to achieving some high level needs such as self-esteem and self-actualization. And that makes the change of their consumption into the functional consumption into the expressive consumption. And that is related to the face marketing. Just as this here, we get to know that consumers have the need and they can gain the face from others by theories of the consumption behaviors. And that can explain why sometimes people will like to buy some luxuries or some products which are designed into some strange styles. And for the merchant or the producers, they can also provide some products to fulfill the consumers this kind of needs, such as the fake shoes, because they want to gain face from others, so they cannot afford the expensive price, so they will buy this. The second one is in the workplace. We need the face negotiation to maintain and enhance our relationship with our colleagues and bosses. We would like to keep encouraging our colleagues even when they are not doing well in the group work, or we pretend that we did not find the mistakes of our boss's speech in front of the corporations. And I think it's it's similar in the school life or education, because many times when students did not do a good job in their work, you can see the professor will continue to be like that. Okay, my dear good student, you did a good job, take it easy. So maybe this is not the truth, but this is kind of behavior of giving face to the students to help them to build their confidence and receiving their self-esteem. But finally is intercultural communication. I would like to use our group as an example because we have Rakiba. So in our preparing of the presentation, we made some problems in dividing the part. I have found that most of our Chinese students would like to be quiet and avoid the questions, but Rakiba would like to express her feeling directly to us. And if you remember this part, and the style that we use to deal with the conflict is more like the avoid and compromising. Rakiba is more like the dominate and integrating. So that part is emphasize the cultural difference between peoples, and you know that some behaviors that in your culture are considered to be offensive or violation of the faith may not be the same in another culture. So after knowing that, you will have more tolerance and different expectancies for a person from different culture in your communication, and it will help you to reach a better place in the future. So that's all of our presentation, and thanks for listening.
If you have any questions, you can ask us. Feel free to ask.